This is going to be a quick video demonstrating OpenCV running on a Raspberry Pi. What I have here is a JavaScript that's talking to a Raspberry Pi that's running OpenCV 4.3. It's running. It isn't running Python. It's running the C++ version. I need to. There's quite a few things going on here, so I needed to use something that had a lot of horsepower. So let me get into what we have here. We'll just start up. When you first start up, we get this configuration screen. So the excuse me. The Raspberry Pi is on IP44. It's listening on port 9998, and it's streaming MJPEG on port 9008. I have a second camera also, and the second camera is streaming MJPEG on port 9006. Okay, the other things here, you can attach up to 4 cameras if you have them available. I just have the 2 for now. Okay, so let's go to live. Okay, here's one of the cameras that's looking out my rear sliding glass window. And what I have here is what I consider my boat watching cam. And so I sit there and I watch. There's some pretty good sized boats that come through here. You can see right there, here comes a couple smaller ones. You can see them. I don't know if there's enough motion there or whatever. But the way this works is the green box is the area of motion of interest. Anything outside there, I don't care about. I'm trying to actually create an area where I would capture just boats going by, or obviously if birds fly in here, they'll get captured also. So just to illustrate that, what I'll do is I'll move this green box up a bit into that tree, and then once I do that, you'll see now that the blue box is what OpenCV has detected. It looks at 3 frames, and if there's change in all 3 consecutive frames, it considers it motion. And I've got it set up so there's got to be some pretty significant motion before I actually react on it. So let me bring this back down. I think it was something like that. Okay, whatever. So over here we have the same kind of controls that you typically see with the brightness and the contrast and everything. And obviously we can move the green box around. Other kinds of neat things is that if you needed to put the camera in upside down, you can just change this parameter here and you can move it upside down. And when I do this, the tree is going to cause some significant changes, so we may see this video clip later on in this demo. Okay, so let's put this back. And some other neat features that are cool is these color effects. The one I like is this pencil sketch. It makes it look like the image was drawn by pencil. It does the same thing. It's got the same kind of motion and everything. It's just that the image is different. You can see some birds flying around up here or whatever. There's other ones. This one is kind of interesting here. Not quite sure what you would use these things for, but it's fun to play around with. And maybe like even like black and white, maybe that would be better for OpenCV for detection, especially if I'm looking for a boat out here. Maybe the black and the white would help capture a boat. Now there's big boats that go through here. I'm not sure if there's any coming now, and hopefully there will be one. If one doesn't come by, I know one went by earlier today, and there was one that went by yesterday, so I can show you all that kind of stuff. Let's put this back to normal. So I said there was a second camera, so I'll click on this, and this is the second camera. It's in the same spot as the other camera, it's just facing the opposite direction. And here's the other. It supports up to 4 if you have 4. I only have 4. These local cameras, these are the if you have cameras attached to a single Raspberry Pi. Right now I just have the one, which is running at 720p. And at 720p it uses about 48% of the USB bandwidth. So if I want to get 2, then I have to move these down to a resolution of 800 by 600, and that seems to work. But if I want to use 3, I have to change the resolution to 640 by 360, and that seems to work also. So that's about it for here. Now here's the video clips. Okay, this is the latest one here. Okay, so when I moved the green box up into the tree area, it captured that clip there. Let me come down here and see if we got another clip. Okay, here's a bigger boat that went by earlier in the day. Okay, so you can see that it's only capturing the motion if it's inside the box. This part of the boat is outside the box, so that's what it's supposed to do. And for this particular clip, it's 10 seconds long. And let me go through the configuration.